Alright, recording now.
How did I end up in a canal?
Alright, I got a javelin out. Come meet here in the middle of A. These three buildings are X, Y, and Z. This is X, this is Y, and Z is by itself.
I'm gonna start streaming.
So the burn, yeah, that's fine. X, Y, and Z. The burn is on the roof of X and Y. These double stack offices, we call them jail, and they are numbered clockwise, starting with this one. That's jail 1, jail 2, jail 3, and jail 4. This area is crane. There's stairs over here, crane stairs, leading up from hotel or pool. That's the Russian spawn. Is all around that building down there. You know that, I'm sure. Everything from here towards Conquest Large A flag and Conquest Large E flag is high side. So there are a lot of teams on Russian. They're going to send someone around. So you always keep an eye out on that high side. This is a hill right here behind A flag. A hill. This house is a house. I don't think there's a name for this one, but you could call it whatever. I don't know. No name for that. But A house is annoying. Sometimes folks will sit in there and try to pick you off a burn.
Is somebody streaming this?
Yeah, it'll be recorded too. This is Toad, this building. It's the Toad building. You've got glass and arches. It's the only arches in the whole map that's in play, so. The street over here is Crossroads. And starting here would be B wall, and you call it inside the wall or outside the wall. I would call this side inside the wall. This is Garrock. Obviously on B flag. Down below B is the beach, or the road. Beach works. This is radio, and C house, and C jail. This ramp is B ramp. So if they're coming up here, it's B ramp. The top of the ramp is roadblock. There's some really nasty head glitches on roadblock.
These motherfuckers are mine! Stand back!
This sort of pathway between C and the parking lot is runway. It's just a general term for down here. All the C spawns are on the ground. They're not in the building. Tank spawn, although that won't necessarily be here, but I think maybe this calls for 8s, but this is tank spawn. And then this little gravel ramp over here is tank ramp. Where the cars are is parking lot. Let's break apart this ridge really quick. The whole thing's ridge, and the easiest way to split it is upper and lower ridge. I would say anything from where I am towards A is lower, and anything above that is, anything this way is upper ridge. You've got C balcony, we don't need to go over there. C stairs inside the building. That's about all you need to know for C. I guess they could be on the roof. You could just say C roof. And the last two calls would be this building right here, Jerry's. That's a great place for the US to push up eventually along ridge to go for the spawn camp. And then this little parking lot between these two buildings is Jeep spawn. We don't have a name for these buildings. The only way they're going to be on top of them is with a beacon. And that's about it for the calls. Oh, no. I lie. I lie. There's more. There's always more. Towards B here. The building directly to our left of B flag is B house.
Which one is that? Shoot it? Okay.
Yeah, the house right on the B house. That's actually really not that important of a call. Maybe just in context of where they're pushing it from Gera. And I'm trying to think of what we call this building, this corner building, because this is an important one.
Yeah, that'd be a good one to know if you're like sitting here on Gay Rock. We'll just call this corner building, I guess.
Yeah, that's sort of what I was thinking, corner building.
Or just broken buildings.
Yeah, because we have arch here, so we can call this like arches, an arch building. And then this building here is towed already, so...
Yeah, glass.
Yeah, that's fine.
Corner.
We'll just call that corner building. And this is glass.
Let's see. Things to watch out for. It's easy to get surprised by attackers climbing up these ladders. So it's a good idea if you're defending A, especially if you're on top by the flag, to check those once in a while. It seems obvious and it makes such a loud noise that you wouldn't think about it, but I have seen a lot of people surprised by someone coming up the ladder. A is a huge bitch to defend.
Yeah, I feel so vulnerable.
So, typical defensive strategy on this map is you have two folks who walk bridge from C, and you have the other three A. The first A spawn is here in Z building, and that guy's gonna be the most likely to be able to get some pics of guys crossing towards ridge, kind of right off the break. I think second spawn is in X building, and that's the guy that should be checking out the main road and kind of the road side of Crane. Looking for that guy trying to scoot around high side. And the third spawn might be on the ground floor of X, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I spawned over there.
Yeah, you guys probably do the spawns at some point just to make sure. But I think it is ground floor X. Basically the defensive strat is pin attackers at A as long as possible. If you can keep them from getting up ridge and keep them from breaching, potentially towards Toad, even if you lose A, that's great. You want them on A for as long as possible. This map is somewhat easy to spawn camp, but it really depends on snuffing those initial pushes. If you get a guy over in juniors or kind of the low end of ridge, and then you're obviously the rest are set up on A, it's very tough for them to do anything. They're going to spawn right into your fire.
Wait, where's Juniors?
Juniors is the building at the bottom of ridge. Or sorry,
That's Jerry. That's Jerry.
Yeah, Jerry. Something with a J. The second you think you are breached, you need to chase that. So the lanes I would that typically get played is the A guys fall back to B, and the ridge falls back to C. It's really, really important on this map to not let them get in C, just because it's embarrassingly easy to prevent. Just one guy in the room can stop a lot of stuff coming his way. So if B starts flashing, for example, the ridge guys should not try to go take A. They should fall back and save C. Most teams that win are just hold C and B all game because they're very easy to reinforce each other, and it's a really long run through a lot of open grounds to get back to A from any flag. So yeah, defensive, you want to pin them at A as long as possible and then clean up breaches. C should be your ultimate fallback, since it's the easiest to hold and the toughest for them to take from you. I've had games where the two C guys sat in that room the whole time just defending pushes while the other three were kind of just trying to take A or B. Attacking, I would kind of do the same thing as defense. Push a couple rid. Some people go 2, some people go 3. It just depends what they feel comfortable with. You are at a disadvantage attacking ridge. Make no doubt about that, and there will be people there. But if you can get those kills, getting to C so quickly is huge. And the thing about killing those guys on ridge is you can get into that C building, or at least close to it, before they spawn. And they ain't spawning in the building. They're spawning outside on the ground. So even if they still have the flag, you're in it, taking it, and they have to approach you from that shitty angle. 3 or however many you send to A, that's more or less a distraction, and if anyone does manage to get sort of the backside of X and Y, they should make a break for it towards Bravo. Avoid crossing parking lot. Obviously, there's all these roads, and they're offer really open lines of sight for folks. So try to avoid them as much as possible. Use arches, use corner buildings to your advantage. Pretty commonly, hold up a second here. Pretty commonly, what'll happen if you're attacking is you will get a guy to B. And what you want to do is have someone immediately either suicide or if they're already dead, spawn on him, and run up to C to try to catch the guys that are going to be near C.
Let me help you.
Once you have a foothold on either B or C as an attacker, I would not put any pressure on Alpha until you feel like you're not going to get wiped off of either B or C. So, if you have C on lock and you're kind of fighting over Bravo, it's not a bad idea to spawn one in at attacker spawn and try to probe A. But a lot of teams will keep a lot of defense teams on defense will keep one guy in A with a tugs. And that's something you guys might want to consider, keeping one guy in A with a tug. So, like, for example, if you get breached when you're defending, keep your last guy, the one guy in A with the tugs probably underneath the flag with either MP7 or shotgun or whatever you feel comfortable with. And the nice thing about that is also the beacon give you a second chance to retake A if you do lose it. But by and large, B and C, focus on those on both sides. Well, you guys just played this. What did the other team do?
They put 3 on Ridge, 2 watching A.
Oh, that was defensive.